Not only there you go. Good evening.
How are you doing?
So we are coming in from 3 different countries on one interesting subject, and it took pulling a lot of strings to put this together, but I'm glad we're all here.
Good.
Excellent.
It makes me feel good to have such a good representation of the Black diaspora,
Yeah.
So let's do this. Ladies first. Some of us know who you are. Tell us who you are.
My name is Marie, and I represent life in Haiti.
Okay.
A little bit about myself. Okay. I was recently deported back to Haiti after being raised from the age of 7 all the way to 30, almost months shy of my 36th birthday. And now I live in Haiti. I love my country, so God's using me right where I'm at.
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
I love you, Jay.
I saw something. Yeah. Oh, nice. Interesting. I'm gonna check your YouTube for sure. Interesting.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you, Jada.
Be sure to join her or to add yourself and to subscribe.
I'll subscribe for sure. For sure. Yeah. Absolutely.
In Haiti. There we go. Now, let's see. Moving back up the chain. Swan. Tell us who you are, where you were born, where you are now.
I'm Haitian, 2000%. I was born and raised in Haiti. I went to the States when I was about 21 years old. I'm currently in Paraguay. I traveled a little bit, I spent about 10 years in the States from 2003 to 2014, around that. Then I started traveling. I was in the DR. From 2015 to 2018, I was basically in Haiti. And then from 2018 to now, I'm basically in South America.
Now, you can see why. Oh, there you go. Subscribe. Bang. Slowly, one at a time. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel too, everybody who's watching on YouTube. Make sure, even if you're watching on Facebook, to subscribe on YouTube, because it's not going to be the same thing. So here's what I wanted to do. Haiti has such a rich and diverse history that in the United States, we know nothing about. And I want to do something like a tree. I want to start with just a good condensed backstory of how Haiti came to be from where it was to where it is, but also your 2 unique life paths, if that's okay.
Okay, ladies first.
And you 2 can fill in the blanks for each other. Now, I speak Portuguese. You speak, what is it, Haitian Creole?
Falo português também. Eu falo português também, se você quiser. Eu falo português.
Você fala português ou não?
Na próxima vez. Agora é Creole.
So, Haiti, where does it derive its name from? When did Haiti become its own country?
I can insert. You can insert. So. Go ahead.
I want to give you facts. I know we are the first Black free nation. That I know for a fact.
Yes.
The question is, when did we become?
And for people watching, we want to be clear. Her connection
is not
necessarily the best. So,
yeah.
No. So, what was the question again?
When did Haiti become Haiti? When did the country become incepted? Sure. And Swan, feel free to
give you I know that we got our independence, I want to say, in the 1800s, early 1800s. That I do know.
1804.
1804. And of course, our Independence Day is January the 1st. So if it's 1804, I want to say January the 1st, 1804.
Exactly.
I thank you, Swan, for helping me out.
Nah, yeah. Yeah, that's what she said. As she said it, that we became independent in 1804. We had to fight the French. It's history, like it's what the African Americans are doing right now in the States. It's a continuity of what we did about 200 years ago, which is to fight for the black man, for the man, for a human being to be a man, to be a person. I mean, because we had to go through slavery for a long time, and then we had to face the Spanish. We had to face. I mean, we had to beat the Spanish. Toussaint Louverture had to beat the Spanish. He had to beat the English. He had to beat the French. So that's how he was able to take a bunch of people who were enslaved, because they were not slaves. We were enslaved. That is different. That is a difference between being a slave and being enslaved. So in our case, we were enslaved, as your ancestors were too, because we were not born slaves. We were brought there, forced to be slaves. So this is the process we had to go through. We had to fight several leading nations at the time. And Toussaint was able to almost get our independence, but he was taken by the French and put in exile. Then Dessalines came in and did the job. And the job meant that we had to fight an extermination war against the French people. It was they either kill all of us or we kill them so that we could get out of the place. So we were victorious. So that's how this country came to be. And the name Haiti is back to the name that the Native American gave to the land, because it's the land of mountains. So Haiti means land of mountains in the Native American language.
Wow. And so by the time both of you were born, Swan, what year were you born in Haiti?
I was born in Mirebalais, in the center. Mirebalais, Plateau Central, close to the border of the DR, a little bit close to the DR. Yeah.
And for the record, a lot of people don't know that Haiti shares a border with the Dominican Republic.
Yes, as we gave them birth to.
Wait, say that again?
We birthed them.
Oh, well, hold on. I'm about to learn, because you said something I wasn't aware of. Can you expand on that?
Well, because there was a treaty at a point, and Haiti, on the western side, got control of the whole island. Okay, and there was a time also, I don't have the specific dates, but when they had issues with the Spaniards that wanted to conquer them back, they had to call us in to protect them. It wasn't like a straight up occupation. We were invited to their place to fight for them so that they wouldn't be under the boots of the Spaniards. So we helped them become independent. Yes, they had to fight us a little bit to get out of us, but they invited us in first to protect them against the Spaniards. So if they're free today, it's because of us too. But yeah, go ahead.
Huh. I did not know that. So
the whole island belonged to us at some point. Initially, the whole island was ours.
And so just for the people who need a context, this is the island. Now, what is the name of the entire island?
What is it?
The name of the entire island.
I would say Haiti, the name of the original Native Americans, Haiti. But that part would be Santo Domingo or the Dominican Republic. But initially, the whole island would have been Haiti, based on the Native Americans who used to live there.
Huh. And so where we are now, if I want to go into kind of how your stories both got you abroad. Now, you were in Haiti. Is that where you went to college, or is that how when you left Haiti, where did you go? What has your expat immigrant experience been like?
No, I'd like the lady to go first.
Oh, go ahead. She's had a very diverse experience. Marie?
Yes. What did you say? Well, my connection comes in and out.
Gotcha. Well, what we said was you were born in Haiti for the first, you lived there from birth until 7.
Yes.
Then you went to the United States.
Yes, sir.
In the United States, and I apologize if I'm bringing up something painful, but when your parents took you to the United States, how did they do it? Was it something that they did paperwork, or was it completely off the books?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, you know, I'm not political, and I currently reside back in Haiti without my parents. However, when I was young, my parents was granted political asylum out of Haiti, and that's how we were able to get our paperwork.
So if you were granted political asylum, how could they deport you? Because and I'm ignorant to this, doesn't political asylum come with citizenship?
Political asylum comes with a certain safety grounds when the same people are still in power. However, Haiti have had, I think, 3 or 4 different presidents in between. So because that president was no longer president, and UN laws, it deems you deportable. Because how they look at it is, okay, well, you were deported under this government. This government is no longer under control. So in the state's eyes, then there's nothing for you to be afraid of.
That's very complex and very political. That's brutal. So essentially, you have there was no firm foundation. There was nothing that would hold from one president to the next. So you were constantly living on shifting sands.
Constantly, and mainly with, you know, how immigration has changed so much within the states within the last 5 years. So many changes have been implemented that were not there before. It became an insensitive thing towards immigrants. And especially with me, you know, my parents fought due to the fact that they no longer lived in Haiti. They hadn't lived in Haiti for many, many years. I did not have like a stable person where I can just come back home to, that I knew, that I had been in constant contact with, because my parents had came back and traveled. However, I myself had never came back to Haiti to visit. So that was the thing, you know, my family is like, she doesn't know anyone. And the truth is, I had met several other ladies who shared the same concern, whose family was saddened about the same thing, and they really did not care. That was not their concern. Their main concern was a crime had been committed.
And so, do you feel that it was part of your punishment that they sent you to Haiti after you're running with the law?
You breaking up a little bit.
I said, after you had your run-in with the law and the justice system in America and all that stuff, was it necessary for them to deport you, or was that simply a choice someone made?
I cannot genuinely answer that question because I cannot give you a factual answer. I know that throughout the process, you know, the judge is saying what he doesn't make the law. He's just there to impose the law. He reads out of the law book, and you can appeal his decision, but he makes decision out of the law book. So it was more like I did not just sign up to come back to my country. I was basically told I was being sent back to my country.
When did you have to go? When did you go back to Haiti, if I might ask a question?
I've been in Haiti since June 4th of 2019.
Recently, then, under Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't want to say certain things, but we know who Trump is, and we also know what the Trump administration is up to, because I used to live in New Hampshire. We have tons and tons and tons of white people from the Russian area. They don't get deported like that.
That's right.
They don't, you know, they are not legal. They just came like for 2 months and they stayed for 5 years and they didn't get deported.
You know, circumstances changes based on, you know, I think it has a lot to do with your offense. It has a lot to do with the judge, you know. We see what's going on, you know. So a lot of times, and this is no excuse, and I don't want to, my dog is being very bad, y'all. Hopi, come here. A lot of times, you know, I'm gonna tell you this, and this is how I'm gonna view my deportation. That is exactly what God wanted, because it was my biggest fear. But all in the same token, you know, we shouldn't live under fear, because right here, God is using me. When I thought that my life was going to be over, when I thought, what could he do with me in Haiti? And I don't have anybody in Haiti. How is my life going to be? He has used me right here in my country. And some of the questions you asked from the beginning, I am Haitian, true. Yet I didn't go to school to where I learned some of our country's history. And when I left, you know, of course, I always knew about our country, the state of our country due to my parents, but a lot of schooling I did not learn as far as the history of our country. I'm learning now. I learned a lot tonight. I thank you, Swan.
You're welcome.
Wow. Wow. So with your Life in Haiti channel, is this us seeing what you do there? Is this us seeing, you know, because you do a good job of kind of keeping up to date. What are some of the projects you're working on in Haiti?
I'm just beginning, you know, God just started using me. Y'all meet Hope. Hopi, tell everybody hi. She's acting up. I'm just beginning. And one of the projects, the first project is my aunt. And the honest truth is, you know, when I get here, I really don't even know my aunt. Haven't even spent much time with her. Yet I remember going to visit her because that is the house where my grandmother lived at. And that was also the last place my mom and dad slept at the last night we were in Haiti. So of course, as a kid, you know, that memory, I always want to know when I came back and the stuff that I remember, I wanted to go back and visit. And when I went back to visit you all, it was something that, hello, Marika, it was something that tormented me. And that day, I never really said anything. I left. But in the back of my mind, I left with the desire that the next time I came back, it would be to make a difference. I never said a word. I just knew that from the beginning, since the day I stepped foot in Haiti, you know, I already knew my purpose. I knew why God had sent me back to my country, because I mean, if you haven't watched some of my videos, you can go back and watch it. You know, when you raise in the States and you come to Haiti, it's a completely different life. And here I came by myself and meeting my biological mother for the first time, meeting my biological brothers and sisters that I had never met for the first time. It was heartbreaking, you know, I was sad. And when I started looking around on the drive home and seeing the disparity, the sadness, the cries, the pains of our country, I knew when I got myself out of my own selfish thoughts of being somewhere alone, being where I didn't want to be at that time, in that moment, that God was going to use me to do bigger things in Haiti.
Wow. So, you know, I know a lot of people have sent you support. How have they been able to support you? What is it through? Is it Bitcoin, Patreon?
Cash App. I have a Cash App for Life in Haiti. And a lot of viewers have reached out, and they have also reached out and donated through Western Union, MoneyGram, Cam, or Unitransfer. You know, I will share this because I want you to speak too, Swan, and I also want to hear you.
No. It's my first time meeting you virtually, and I'm impressed already. So.
All right. When I originally went to my aunt's house, you all, I put out my story and people reached out to me and wanted to just help me to get myself together. Well, me being me, if you know me, you know, I'm content with having a roof, with having a restroom. And yes, I also have a GoFundMe now. And, you know, when I started getting support, my initial thought was, you know, God, start using me. You know, this has to go somewhere outside of me. So the first thing I did was, you know, went back to my aunt with the intentions, you know, they need a new roof. Because I could tell the day that I went, that night it had rained and the whole house was wet. I couldn't, you know, I hated it, you know, but Haitians are strong. They don't understand their own pain because they have lived in it. So here I come. I don't want to seem like I'm a princess. So I don't say anything because a lot of times if I say something, they're going to look at me as if I have 5 heads. Because unless you travel where I travel, you're not going to understand how I feel about how your situation is. So I'll go back to give her a new roof. I got $400 US money, and I'm going to buy what we call tall here. You know, you need the wood, you need the nails, and I take a boss with me. And when I get there, y'all, the boss tricks me, and he tells me, you know, we need 17 tall. I said, 17. We're gonna do, what's the link? I'll have to send it to you. I do not know it by heart. I'm learning also, so I'm not really great at a lot. But the boss said, well, okay, we need 17 zinc. I said, oh, that's fine. We'll get 25. Because the way I saw the kitchen, I'm like, okay, we can put some Hopi, we can put some in, you know, the kitchen area. But when we come back, you all, God has, you know, he got personality. So he set me up. So I went out and bought all this stuff for the roofing, and comes back, the boss take another look and said, oh, we can't do that. Va café ça, non? Let me garder mien. Il dit, le garder mien, il dit, mien a tombé. Yo pas même pas monter sous mien avec un escalier pour yo mettre tol. They couldn't even, he said, we cannot do it because this wall, they cannot believe how it went through earthquakes, hurricanes, and it hadn't collapsed on the family in the house because it had no metal, it had no foundation, nothing.
Is this the house you showed a picture of? You showed in a video, yeah. Right? For the people watching, when she's saying, I'm building a house for my auntie, stop thinking about the house they're in right now. Okay, cut that out. When she said, I'm building a house for my auntie, we don't have anything equivalent to that in the United States. The house that she's talking about is a stone-walled house with handmade roofing. Because long before I invited Marie here, I asked people if she is one of those people online that's, you know, just trying to take something from people, and every single person said, no, I vouch for her. She's legitimate. Y'all know that I'm real tight about who I put my name next to, and I can tell you that helping her is helping somebody. Helping her is helping somebody, because when you talk about people who need it, they need it. I mean, that's a harsh one. And so I'm hoping that you can get the things that you need together to build that house so that, well, just so that it improves the quality of life.
But let me tell you, when I was told you need to tear the wall down, and the house is on the public wall, okay? And I'm looking at the boss like, the first question I asked, combien coblier pour faire un cahier? You know, like, how much is it to build a house? And he's like, you probably need five semi-lula and 5,000. And I'm thinking, 5,000, you Haitian, you know, that's like 250 American. So I'm like, we can get that. Y'all, I tell you what, God's been awesome. He has shown me who he really is. He has shown me that no matter where I go, he is with me. Okay. He is with Life in Haiti. I gathered a few guys, told them my vision. They've been knowing me. And guess what? They were right there with me. Philly Dom is one of them, right there with me. And guess what? Everybody just started putting a hand in, and I put the story out. And I tell y'all what, there has not been one day since we started this project that we haven't been working. That's just how awesome God is. He has made ways to where today, if you, I'm not sure, well, you can go back and watch some of watch the live. You know, I was able to purchase pipes. I purchased a toilet. You know, keep in mind, they had been on this property over 50 years, never had a restaurant. Literally nothing, not even a homemade hole. They were going out into the woods to use the restroom. Okay. And even the guys, y'all, needed to use the restroom, and they came back. When I came to work that morning, they're like, you don't know exactly where these people go to use the restroom. It's like you have to mask up your whole body because of the smell. So, you know, I'm like, God, if you're gonna put Life in Haiti behind us, we need a restroom. And I wanted them to have something new, you know, and he's made a way for that. He's made a way for me to put ceramic in the restroom and put lights, do electrical work. It is coming out awesome, y'all. And this is just the beginning of Life in Haiti. Just stay tuned.
Wow. Impressive resilience.
And so before we move over to Swans and his experience in Haiti, what is your long-term plan? How long do you plan on staying in Haiti? And have you considered, and are you able to travel to other countries, not Haiti, but maybe not the United States?
I'll tell you what, I won't lie to you. Haiti is my special project now. I want to go and visit, and I want to travel. But when I look back on my life, one of the biggest mistakes I made was not realizing that I am originally a Haitian woman, that I should have been working and sending back home and helping just as my mother did, my father did. Now that I'm older with the knowledge that I have, so now I'm operating under correct knowledge, right? Laboring under correct knowledge, y'all. That is what my luck is. And this is exactly what I'm doing in Life in Haiti. I will travel, but I will travel to help make money because my special project will always be to help the people of my country, which is Haiti.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you ever get the opportunity to take any time for yourself, Brazil is open to you, you know, and we're open to you here.
Thank you.
What was your experience like back home in Haiti, Swans?
Well, I was born and raised in Haiti. It's the normal stuff, you know, you go to school. I was a bit lucky. I went to one of the best schools in the country. I was born in the countryside, so into poverty. But by the time I was 12, I have an aunt. She's in Boston now. I always say thank you to her because I think she changed my life. And she was able to pay for, I went to Saint Louis Gonzague. It's one of the best schools in Haiti at the time. Still is, I think. Then after that, I was able to move to the States. I moved there when I was 21 years old. My first job, I was a tutor at the community college where I went. So I was tutoring English to the Americans. So I got married and blah, blah, blah. But ultimately, Mitt Romney made a comment, and I took that to heart a little bit. And he was around the time he was making, it was always the time he was in front of Obama, and he said something like, "We'll have them self-deport." Okay, I'm like, okay, you will have us meaning immigrants, self-deport. I'm like, you know what? This is what I'll do. I'll take the passport and I'll self-deport. So that's what I actually ended up doing in 2014. I left the country. I went to the DR. I didn't like it too much. It's good people, but something as like it happened to Mary. I felt that, you know what? I wasn't born in a desert. I can go back home. I don't have to stay here. I don't have to like it here. I don't have to put up with what I'm seeing. So I'm like, you know what? I go back home. So I went back home, and it was almost like liberating, because there is something you get when you face your fears, when you accept it, and you say, you know what? This is what it is, and I will succeed no matter what. And I think that's also what Barry is doing. If you think this is gonna break me, no, this is not gonna break me. It will make me stronger. So I went to Haiti. I started working online as a translator. So not making a lot now, but I'm making enough to pay the flight. I'm currently in Paraguay. I've been to Brazil. I've been to Argentina. I lived in Colombia for 4 months. I lived in Brazil for 4 months in 2011. I'm currently in Paraguay. I've been here for almost a year now. So it's, I think being born in Haiti was a blessing, is a blessing, because you start from the very bottom, but then when you grow, you appreciate things better. And you also know that people cannot make you afraid of things. People cannot make you afraid of challenges, because you were born in a challenging country.
Preach. Say the mouthful, brother.
That's one heck of a one heck of a way to look at it. Now, my thing is, for me, I actually did a video, and it was called "Why I Left America." Mm-hmm. And I don't know, have you thought about, like, in the long term, do you see yourself saying, you know what, I'm going back to Haiti to hang up my guns, to, pull up the rocking chair whenever that day comes? Is that what's in the cards for you, or do you plan on continuing to travel and see the world and not necessarily?
I feel like Mary. I feel that I received so much from my country that at some point I have to return again, because I will already return, and try to give back, to build back, not in a political way, because you know how it is in the country, but at this very moment, yes, my mind is still in Haiti. My body is outside, but my mind is still in Haiti. I don't know if I answered your question, but yeah. So I still have plans to go back at some point.
Yeah, here's the thing: if there is no wrong answer. It's just how you feel about where where your plans are headed, and in the short and the mid and the long term. So is what you're doing now what I see a lot of Americans doing now with the geo arbitrage. You make your money in one place and spend it someplace else. Does something like that now allow you to have a house built in Haiti? For example, I have a friend who, his family is Ghanaian. He'd never lived there, but he figured out that he could get his Ghanaian passport. And what he did was put himself in a situation where he went back to Ghana and he made a deal with some of his cousins. He said, okay, I'm going to buy this piece of land and I'm going to own it. I'm going to put a little building on it. While I'm gone, you can use the building. You can put a store there. You can live there. Don't worry about it. You just take care of the property and the land. And when I return, It's mine. So I hope it's a good idea, but he's avoided certain taxes and things. And so he actually said that he did that in a few places so that when he's done with the United States, he's going to go back there.
Okay, smart move.
Because for me, I was always asked, for the record, I've lived outside the United States longer than I lived in it in my entire adult life. If you count becoming an adult at 18, I've spent more than half my life outside America. I've lived in about 15 countries. And someone asked me, was I planning on going back to America? And I said, to visit at some point? Sure. But not as it, would I live there anymore? I can't see that happening. We got a question for you, Swans.
I graduated around 2001. Who's your uncle, Pierre?
Yeah, you got, hey, would you believe I got contacted by someone who knows me professionally, and this person said, listen, I know some people that need your services. And for the people who don't know, I do editing, copy editing, proofreading, ghostwriting, a lot of what I do right now. Unfortunately, I've been writing a lot of resumes because a lot of people are looking for jobs. In any case, she calls me and she says, what? There's a family that I know the husband, I know the wife, the kids. The husband and the wife are going to go travel abroad some more, but they need someone who can do what you do with words. And I said, well, sure, send me their contact information. So I'm talking to the husband on the phone. He says, my wife's not home yet, but when she gets home, we're going to go on speakerphone and we'll find out whether or not what you do is going to help us. I go on their Facebook profile. I said, that's interesting. How do you know these couple of people? His wife said, oh, yeah, those are my cousins. I said, wait a minute. Those are my cousins. And so, that's hilarious. Yeah, for the people who don't know, I'll show you what I do. I tell everybody all the time to find me on LinkedIn. This is where I am professionally. And my resume is fun. I always tell people, don't worry about the resume. The resume is not the important part. You can look at that second. It's impressive. It's well written because that's what I do. But the part you need to trust, I tell people all the time when you do this for yourself or people hire me to do it for them, the most important part is the recommendations. This is where other business professionals raise their hand and say, YusefWateef is legitimate. He is what he claims to be. He is someone you should hire. I'm very proud of that. So everyone's welcome to catch me on LinkedIn. And for the people watching anywhere in the world, make sure you click subscribe. That's how I get to have so many amazing people from all over the world. We talk about on this channel, we talk about everything from money and cryptocurrency to, speaking of which, Marie, when you and I are going to have a private online, and I'm going to get your cryptocurrency account set up for you so that people who don't use regular currency can still send you something. We're going to have to get that set up for you. Yeah.
I'm here. I'm listening.
Fonz, that's for you.
Yes, I already. I give. Okay, I graduated in 2001. I think so. 2022. I gave the answer. I wrote the answer.
Let's see.
Yeah.
So it's totally possible that you might be distant cousins.
Quite possible. Exactly. Yeah.
And so where do you see, and I understand that neither one of you are politicians and no one here has a crystal ball. Where do you see Haiti going in 2020?
I see where life in Haiti is going in 2020 with Haiti. Oh, I almost fell my dog. She is so bad, you all. I apologize. In 2020, what I pray happens is that first we prevent some natural disasters that, right now around this time is hurricane season, any tornadoes. First, I hope that God spare us this year and years to come. My hope for Haiti is for more compassion, for more love of the people. That's not political. That's just human changing each and every one of their state of mind. And we have to educate people better. this generation that's growing up, we must educate them. And what I mean by educate them, simple stuff, hygiene, about washing their hands, keeping themselves clean, teaching young ladies how to be young ladies. Um, I just see Haiti growing. I know that it's not going to be just a quick change for our country. Things will not happen overnight. Yet I do know that it will change if we come together and put our heads together and say, today I'm making the decision that I'm going to do something for my community, wherever you at, because I, in life in Haiti, would love to go around and help so many people. But the fact is, right now, life in Haiti is not big enough just yet, because I don't know what God has in store. But if more people found the compassion in their heart to say, I'm going to help wherever I can. People that know me will tell you, money means nothing to me. I've always been like that. I have money to make people in my life happy, just to live. But most of all, having money is to be able to help those less fortunate. So I see Haiti having more softened hearts. That's just what we need, because Haiti, a lot of people is under the assumption it's a poor country. I don't know where people get that from. Our natural resources itself makes Haiti a rich country. In addition to that, Haiti is full of very intelligent people and people who are well off. Our country is not a poor country. We just have to put our heads together and start loving the people of the country, not just ourselves, and that includes me.
Wow.
Agree.
So it feels like what you're saying is literally that it's not that the country is poor, it's, as a lot of capitalist nations are, it's the distribution of wealth is so ridiculously uneven.
One-sided.
Unbalanced.
Exactly. Yeah.
One thing, I was reading a survey recently about our country, and it said 1% of Haiti's wealthiest own 45% of Haiti. I mean, I'm not one to degrade anyone's wealth. I just feel like that 1% have a power to make a difference in the other 55%.
I think you're right, but at the same time, too, throughout our history, uh, it's a public thing. I don't want to say certain things. I want to measure my words a little bit, but I would say that uh, unfortunately in Haiti, we have a political and economic elite that they don't basically care. Okay. Um, do I want to be positive? Of course, we are resilient people. We've been resilient people. We will survive. We will find a way. But I have almost zero hope because I was in Haiti for 3 years, from 2015 to 2018. If it is up to the political class and the elite, it will only get worse. If maybe people like us, young people who want something different, who are apolitical, can do something. But if it's up to the elite or the politicians, it will only get worse. And I can back it up very easily, very quickly. Um, for example, we were producers of coffee and other things we could export. Okay. Well, what happened is that we had other things in Haiti. Those things get shut down, mainly because the elite wants importation. It's more profitable for them to import things from the outside and also have monopoly on the economy. That's a very quick way of illustrating what I'm trying to say. Again, I can illustrate it again. I was living in Las Caobas, okay, a small city close to the border. When the average Haitian tries to buy things from the Dominican Republic, they say it's contraband. It's illegal. But at 2 a.m., when the big trailer trucks are coming from the DR with the same merchandise, it's completely legal. I don't know if that makes sense to you. When it's the rich doing it, it's legal. When it's the average Haitian doing it, it's contraband. You should be arrested, and your thing should be kept or quote unquote stolen. It's to be stolen, not really seized. Now, when it comes to the political side, okay, people like me are supposed to be politicians, but I will never be a politician in my country. That I have zero interest in that. Why? Right now in Port-au-Prince, okay, they are arming young people, turning them into murderers. That's how they handle politics in Haiti. If there is election in Haiti, you have two groups of people with weapons. That's how they do elections right now in Haiti. You have the let's say you want to be like a state rep. You walk around, okay? You give guns to young people who had never had guns in their lives before. You give them 1,000 goods, which is about like $7 or something like that. About maybe $7. And that's how you have people who can barely read and write become state rep in Haiti. So when it comes to the political side, I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. They might be my friends. I have a former professor who's in government right now. I don't care if he's watching. They're not doing anything for the country. They are the main reason why the country is the way it is, because they only take from the country. They don't give back. And I went to St. Gonzague. I know exactly what I'm talking about. If Haiti is that bad, it is because you have an elite that's barely Haitian and a political class that's almost anti-Haitian, because they don't build hospitals. Okay, they don't build anything. If you give them $4 million for build a road, they steal $5 million. If they're sick in Haiti, I'm talking about the politician and the elite, what do? They fly to Florida to get medical help. I mean, we have zero hope from those people. There is no hope when it comes to people like Marie and other young people who want to a better Haiti. Yes, but we have to remain apolitical. We cannot be this group or that group, because the moment you politicize what you're trying to do, it's like almost like drinking venom. It will come back to hurt you.
Wow, that's powerful. I don't doubt the veracity or the truth in what you're saying at all.
Well, I don't know. I was back home for 3 years, from July 2015 to September 2018. I was in Haiti, and I wasn't participating in anything. I was observing, and what I could see is, if you become a politician in Haiti, you have to be corrupt. If you're working at the highest level of government in Haiti, you have to be a thief. A thief. You have to steal. You will be stealing. There's no other way around it. If you're prime minister, president, blah, 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 you are a thief, because you're taking the millions of dollars that were destined to help the country grow to put in your own pockets, while the country is living, while the average person can barely eat. Okay, so can it change? Yes, it can change, because we're resilient, but not with those people. And I'm talking about whoever it is who is in power or who will be in power. They're not trustworthy at all.
Wow. Look at that, not just the young, but also the young at heart.
Yes.
I want to make sure everybody sees her Cash App. I don't use Cash App, but I know a lot of people who do. That's her Cash App if you guys want to. And here's the thing. Whatever you send, it's going to go a long way down there. A long way.
That's when it started.
But now, here's the difficult question, Brother Swans, is, having said all that, why do you feel the need to repatriate?
Well, because I've lived in different countries. There is something in the air that you feel in your own country that sometimes you don't feel elsewhere. Also, I think that, like Mary is doing herself, those who have the light have to come back in the cave and give the light, even if it means that they might stay in the cave again. So that's, I think that, yes, I can live comfortably in Paraguay. I'm paying $65 a month to live in this place. It's all good. I could buy property in Brazil in the future, but when, I don't know how to put it. I feel that I'm trying to build a house that will never belong to me. I am trying to build something that, I don't know how to put it, but
no. What you just said
I
sounds.
understand you, my brother. I understand this. Not to be rude, yourself. You can go. You can
No,
speak.
please.
I apologize.
no, I'm
Please.
saying like the people, like I am Haitian and who I am is from Haiti. So I feel that whatever success I have, at some point, it is a duty to come back and try. I don't have to succeed, but at least try to rebuild and make sure that the future generation will have something a little bit better. I don't have to change everyone, but if one person can get a piece of advice and change something else, and change something else, and change something else, then maybe bigger changes will happen.
We might not live to see the benefits, but the benefits will sure be that you see the fruit of your labor in heaven, looking down.
Yeah.
That is why I say, I really, really, I do not like politics, okay? That's why I say the heart's got to change. We got to be more compassionate towards humanity. And when I say that, I mean starting from the head to the tail. See, if we can have a change of heart, God can change anybody, everybody. He changed me. Who am I to say he can't change others? And that's just what we need, so that, and like you said, we need to invest in the future. That's the number one thing we need to do in Haiti. Too many children are not going to school. Too many children are going to school and unable to learn due to the fact they're going to school hungry. It's a proven fact. I was born in '83 and going to school as a kid. I remember my teacher in elementary always making sure that we ate in the morning. Children are being deprived of that. So I can only imagine how much times that's forwarded. Well, I have children now of my own, and these kids are being deprived. They are smart young children, determined, wanting to learn. However, how can I learn when I cannot focus because I got a growling stomach? And I feel like that's the things, life in Haiti is in Haiti to do. That is what God wants me to do. Now I want to help people because the thing about Haiti is the disparity is in every level. You got children, young girls who does not have restrooms within their home. And as a woman myself, and first as a mother, that's my number one concern. I would not want my child out of my sight in the woods somewhere or anywhere. And there's men all around. Lord knows. I thank God every day that I do not have kids here because people would say I lost my mind. Okay. Because the stuff that goes on here is it's not natural. And I feel like a lot of children have been victimized. And that's probably secrets that's being kept. And it's because of the situation, it's because of the lack of privacy too of their own. So we gotta go in, get children in school, and find a way where we can keep them eating. Because if they're hungry, they're unable to learn. I cannot, let me tell you, life in Haiti cannot do everything. But I promise you, what life in Haiti can do will be done. That's without a doubt. That's without a doubt.
Wow. And that's, when I have these discussions online, I love talking about fun things and problems that my friends and I have are first world problems. And this is one of those reminders I need that I got to stay grounded because not everybody.
You should stay grounded because as you all can tell, I went from inside of the house to outside because we have no electricity. And I specifically had charged to be a woman of my word to be able to do this chat with you. So you should be thankful. Look at you yourself. You got all this light. I'm seeing myself through your light.
Well, listen, it's getting dark there, and we just talked about the things about being outside.
Look, well,
wow.
I'm outside, but I'm in my own backyard, so I'm safe.
Then let's do this. We're going to log off now. I want to make sure that everybody knows, no matter when you see this, send something to her on our Cash App. The reason that I said,
Yusef, we don't have to log off due to, let me tell you, that's what the devil wants, is to keep us limited here in Haiti. Let me tell you, he may win the battle, but he's not going to win the war, okay? I could see you just fine. Do not feel sorry for us in Haiti.
I don't feel sorry for you, but I do have, here's the thing. Let's just do this. We showed the channel earlier.
I promise you, I am sitting in front of the house and I'm safe.
I know. Let me do this. It's been an hour. I don't want to keep these people here too late. We all got stuff to do. But here's the thing. I want you to come back. I want us to maybe start earlier today, but I do want you to come back. And the reason I asked you, both of you actually, if you had been to or planned on coming to Brazil, is because one of the things that I do is I do. Oh, we lost our connection.
I said, nice to meet both of you all.
It's a pleasure and an honor.
Yeah, look at this. What Monica said.
Mary, with everything said, never lose your passion.
With everything you said, never lose your passion. Let's move forward. The path paved by our ancestors for future generations. You know, I just as you have life in Haiti, one of the things that I do is I work with people and I try to pass on a lot of the things that, and thank you very much, Danielle. One of the things that I try to do is push forward with things that I've learned here on YouTube. I also do a lot of coaching. I've got other things that I work with people on. A lot of Black people are looking at getting out of the United States, and one of the things I do is coach people on how to, for example, do the correct paperwork to be able to live in Brazil, as well as some business coaching. And there are a lot of things that can be done online. I'm going to show you something, show both of you something that a lot of other people have seen. And for the record, Marie, I'm going to do and give you all this because I just want you to have it. If I can give you anything that will help you in the future, I wouldn't ask you for anything for it. Most of what I do for people privately is on Patreon. I work with them with, you know, the 15 countries I've lived in and the abundance of business management that I've done. I've been able to help a lot of people. The link in the comments. I hope everybody gets a chance to take a look at that as well. But I've got resources. I've got people and I've got places that over time I want to be able to share a lot of those with you. So,
thanks.
Do you have any last words?
Well, I'm impressed by both of you, especially by Mary, because Haiti is supposed to be how would I say? It's like, okay, it's over. No, it's not over. It's starting. It's a new life. And I congratulate you, Mary, for being the strong Haitian women that we always have in our country, that are the backbones of our country. Haiti, and I Haiti is the potomitan. You are a potomitan, okay? You are the
women run Haiti. You know, I've been running around and I look in the streets and I see all these beautiful, strong women. And I mean, you cannot tell them there is anything they cannot do. I know that is where I have my strength from. It's just in my blood.
It's the DNA.
In my blood.
Exactly.
In my DNA. That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, everybody, have a good night. And thank you all so much And you two don't have to hang up. I want to hang up with these guys and say goodnight and goodbye to everybody. And I'm looking forward to everybody. Make sure you're sure to subscribe and click the thumbs up and share this somewhere. All right.
Thank you all.